What's going on, everybody? Pogiforce here. Welcome back to Valheim. So the last time we were playing together, we built this bridge here. It took us a very long time to build, but I'm very proud of it. It still needs a little bit of cosmetic work, but I'd like to call it done. It's pretty good. Today I wanted to talk about the new patch that just came out a couple days ago. Patch 0.150.3, if these patch notes are accurate. So a lot of things happen with this patch. They call it a small update, but it's actually pretty substantial. Swamp Draugr spawners, Draugr will no longer spawn in stone. That was a frequent thing for me that happened. The dolmen, those rocks that are sitting on top of pillars, they've been resized so they won't fall through. They're supposed to hover over top. They put a new terrain modification system in. And with that, they changed terrain modification priorities so that way terrain will load in first before any building. They've tweaked how worlds load to fix issues with ships and buildings getting damaged whenever they load in. And they, probably another big one, they lowered the amount of stone required to raise the ground using the hoe. So it used to be 4, now it's 2, as you can see down there at the bottom of my screen. So it seems like a lot of good things, especially the ground tweaks. It means that because of the terrain tweaks, frame rate issues that we used to have for when they did extensive terraforming, kind of like what I'm doing here with the Wood Lodge base, would have caused significant frame loss and hangups. So on the surface, it seems to be a little bit, seem like a good thing. But there is a catch if you dig a little deeper. So how the raised ground thing used to work is that I could aim to about here, and it would bring out a bit of land, even with this, about 1 unit of space, whatever that unit happens to be in this world. I think it's like probably like 1 meter, 1 square meter. And it would be perfectly square, and it would fit in line with everything else. I've only got a little bit of stone on me, but it's enough to like do it 3 times to give you an idea of what's going on. So if I were to do it now, that's a little higher. That's highly unpredictable. Trying to aim here. That's higher still, and it's not square. It's kind of rounding out, jutting out past where I want it to go. So as you can see, it's not as predictable as it used to be. It still kind of works, and if I were to come back with it, at it with the level ground tool, it should level out a bit, but I didn't get as far as I would have liked as a result. So it's actually deceptive, even though it says it takes less stone to raise ground, and per raised ground usage, that's accurate. It does mean that you can find yourself using a lot more stone when you're doing big terraforming projects like this. So I'm going to end up needing... I'm more than half done with the terraforming. But it took thousands of stone pieces to get this far. I even had a friend, she said they were breaking down their world because they had a dedicated server that they had set up, but they were moving providers. So they had to break... So they were basically breaking down... everything that was valuable and migrating it to the new server. And so she had tons and tons and tons of stone. I don't know how much stone she gave me, but it was at least 2,000 to 3,000 stone. And as you can see, there's no stone here. And I'm still not done. I used up all that stone and I need a lot more. So I did build something to help me with that. Alright, so out here, deep in the dark forest, I built this structure around a gray dwarf spawner. And the idea is that this here would supply me with all the wood and stone I need. And it does to a certain extent. I arguably used way more stone in building the structure around it than I probably needed to. And probably could have used that stone for... the Wood Lodge island base. But as you can see, I am getting supplies. Enemies are spawning slowly but surely, dropping things down here in the pit. Perfect timing. He's gonna try to last as long as he can. And the shamans are a perfect example of this because they can heal themselves pretty well. If I wanted to, I could swing at him and it would get it done faster. Oh, and now we got a brute. I am going to swing at him. Not saying that the farm can't take care of him, but... So normally, I've got 15 stone on me. I picked up a lot of stone on my way here. A fair bit. And 2 wood. The only problem with this is that from my experience, if I were to run through and collect all of this, repair it so that way none of it breaks. It still lags whenever the world saves. So I went from 15 and 2 to 24 and 16. Plus all this other stuff over here. So I gained 9 stone and 14 wood. That's actually pretty generous. Normally I get a lot less stone and significantly more wood. So I've been staging materials in here. And as you can see, there's no stone aside from the building itself. But I've got a lot of wood. A lot of wood. This is... Let's see. If it's 3, so... It's like 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. So count the first 3 as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, there's probably a bit of overlap there. There's probably about 1,000 pieces of wood here. So I haven't been getting a lot of stone. Now, I could just AFK here, and the stone will come on its own with time. But that's not... If I'm going to fire up this game, I'm going to play it. I spend too much time in front of my computer to not just play the game. So I'll have that going in the background. And I've got a couple copper deposits over here. I've been trying to dig this one out, try to make the whole thing break. But honestly, at this point, it probably would have been more productive if I just broke the copper deposit itself. But I'm not interested in collecting a whole bunch of copper right now. We'll save that for some other time. I'm just going to try to get a bunch of stone and see if I can't use it to see how far we can get. I want to get as much stone as I can and see how far I can get in terms of progressing the wood lodge under these new rules for terraforming. By the way, I did forget that if you are playing in a world... Oh. If you were playing in a world that existed before this patch, you're going to need to update your game file, and that requires going into the console, the developer console, to run a command that updates your game to the new system. It's the optimized terrain. You access your console by going into your Steam settings for the properties of the game. You go to the General tab, and you put, I believe it was -sign console, and that gives you access to the console, at which point you hit tilde. I think it's tilde? No. I don't remember how to do it. Control F3? No. I don't remember how to do it. I only did it once because I typically don't like running that. And then you just put in opt terrain altogether, and that will update your game to the new terrain system. I actually should build a portal out here. That way I could try to get back and forth to the wood lodge more quickly. I've been meaning to do that. Build a portal, that is. But it requires fine wood, and I've actually had a bit of a shortage of fine wood. Surtling cores? I've got surtling farms. Surtling cores and coal, I have not used a kiln in a while now. I've no need for surtling cores. And I've got more gray dwarf eyes than I will ever know what to do with. But fine wood, I have a severe shortage of that material. It's very prevalent towards the end game in terms of what you need it for. But it's not there in the same quantities as regular wood. Like, fine wood is arguably one of the most precious resources. Oh, there's a trunk inside it. Fine wood is arguably one of the most precious resources in the game because it's non-replenishable. You can't plant birch or oak trees. Alright, the fact that I'm leaving rocks on the ground seems to tell me that my inventory is full. Yes, it is. So let's go stack these rocks inside the farm. See what the gray dwarfs have left me as well. Not much, it seems. I may have been too far away for the spawner to do its job. It could do absolutely bonkers stuff and stack it really tight. That's 3 stacks of stone right there. You can stack stone really tight. Not as tight, a lot tighter than wood. Wood can be stacked pretty tight too, but not nearly as tight as stone. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and farm up a lot of stone as much as I can, and then I'll build a portal. I'll get some fine wood. I'll build a portal here. Build one back at Azerheim, so that way I have a quick route. I don't have to do the ground route, because let me show you the ground route real quick. This is where the farm is, right here. I don't know. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. So there's the farm there. And then Wood Lodge is all the way over here. It is a bit of a hike on foot, so I think having some portals to speed things up would be appreciated. Always going to collect blueberries because blue is the color of my kingdom. A stone within a stone! Within a stone? How many stones are here? Stoneception? Well, that was highly productive in a very small area. My pickaxe broke. That is a shame. Alright. Let's pick up whatever stone. Oh, there it is. There's my stone. There we go. Alright. So we'll stack that up with the other stone. I guess go back to Azerheim, do some repairs. Build a portal there. Get what we need to build a portal here. I can repair my hammer at least. So get what we need. Build portals. And that way, we will have the resources we need to quickly transport stone. It's kind of ridiculous how tightly you can stack stone piles here. Alright, to Azerheim. Here we go. Alright, so we got our portal set up now. It's not quite set up how I usually set up my portals, but this will be a temporary place for it for now. So we'll have a quick and easy way to transport stone back to the Wood Lodge for the purposes of getting the terraforming done. And while the farm is doing what it's supposed to do, I am going to go break some stone. Alright, so we've gathered a considerable bit of stone here. I'm not exactly sure how much we have, but I'm going to try to carry all of it through the portal with me. And hopefully it'll be enough to finish the terraforming we need to do. Let's see how much we got here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 times 50 is 550 stone. Right, yes, 550 stone. Plus a little extra. So let's see if we can make it all the way to the Wood Lodge with this to replace it so that way we can do the terraforming we need to do. I probably should have put the portal on the same side of Azerheim as the Wood Lodge portal. Alright, we got our stone here. I don't think this is going to be enough, but we'll see how far we can get. Alright. We've used up all of the stone that we collected, all 550 plus pieces of it. And our progress is not a whole hell of a lot. It's decent. And I mean, really, in the grand scheme of building things with stone and terraforming, we didn't make that much progress, but still, I feel like the way things are now, it's a lot less predictable. Trying to get a good square foundation for everything. So this is going to take a bit more time, but that might have to be something I do on my own and not on camera. But I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on in game for me right now. Let you know what the new patch is about. And I guess do a little bit of a progress video. Honestly, I want to do more of these Valheim videos because I'm really enjoying the game. And I think doing videos like this, keep you guys up to date on what's going on, have you in on the work that I'm doing, is going to make things more fun. Doing a bit of level ground, trying to help pull the ground up at least just a little bit, or it can. Alright, so that's it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, everyone, I am Pogiforce, and you all take care. I'll catch you next time.